clarity. Now that's what we are going to do here. You have completed your graduation, or maybe you're a fresher, or you're maybe 1 year internship, 2 years internship. So next, what is that next? The word what's next. Now that's what we're going to answer in this session. Now, as part of the agenda, let me speak about KSR Data Vision. So we are a startup, and let me walk you through what we are, who we are, and when we started, and then we'll move forward with IT career and what exactly is IT, why everyone wants to join IT, and then we will see what are the trends of technology, which technology to choose, and finally, I'll give it to you so you can ask whatever questions you have, and then we will answer. Okay. So before I start, it's my privilege to talk about myself. So myself, as you know, Santosh, you can also call me SJ. So I have a decade of experience working in IT. Almost 10 years completely I've been working into services product based companies, and I'm completely coming from a data driven background, so where I'm specialist in handling data engineering and data science and data analytics project, and currently working with Microsoft. So that's my parent company, and also being part of KSR Data Vision, and where we are providing mentoring, and we are helping all the students for getting their dream jobs. So I do have around 6 years of experience in mentoring, and I'm also a corporate trainer where I help all the corporates in getting their skill. Now, I'm also privileged to talk about KSR. So KSR Data Vision, we started as a company in the year 2017. So it's almost been a 6 solid years of experience as a company we have. We started with initially with 3 people training our own um, friends, and then slowly we moved into a one of the reputed startup company currently. Now, if you see the growth from 17, we got our first person student as a place, and now in 2023 we have almost seen that 3,000 people have got placed. Now, if you see the journey, 2018 19, step by step we started having some initiatives, and in 2020 we started 2 to 3 demanding courses. That is where we started BI tools, data science, data engineering, and now at 2023 I would say we are a company where we manage around 14 to 15 clients that we work for them, and we also have 30K subscribers where in YouTube channel. And apart from that, we are officially being certified as startup, and we are also working with most of the clients closely. And training is a part, but moreover, we provide a lot of services to our clients. Now, this is all about KSR, and now let's talk about few things. Okay. Now I'll open to you. How many of you have heard from your parents, relatives, maybe your seniors? If you study well in your 10th standard, definitely you can get into a good career. How many of you have heard this? How many of you heard this? If you pass your 10th exam with a very good percentage, your life is settled. Almost everyone would have heard this, right? And now there's no full stop here. Again, they'll say that, boss, you complete your 12th with a good percentage, and that is where you can have a good career. Okay. Is it the end? Is this the end? No. Again, after your degree, they'll still say the same. If you clear your graduation with a very good percentage, maybe you'll get into a very good college, and finally, your life will be settled. Okay. 10th, same dialogue. 12th, same dialogue. Now you've completed your degree, same dialogue. Now, sorry to say this, even I repeat the same now, irrespective of which company you join. You have to be always keep updated on technology. The technology is going in a very rapid speed, and you need to keep on updating. Yes, they said that if you clear your 10th, maybe 12th with a graduation with a very good percentage, you will have a very good career. But if you want to have a successful journey, one thing which is important is consistency, right? You need to be consistent in knowing what technologies is in the market and how we need to upgrade. And that's how we can move forward in your building your successful career, right? I'm not giving my example, it's your example. Everyone would have told you this. And now, to a corporate life, even I tell you the same thing now. If you want to have a very successful career, one thing which you need to keep on doing is start analyzing the market trend, and you have to keep on updating yourself. There is no shortcuts for this, right? Maybe it may look odd for you, but end of the day, it's all about what you like and what you do. Now, taking one step forward, why everyone wants to join IT? Everyone wants to join IT. Why? The biggest question mark is you need not do anything. You just clear your graduation with a good percentage. Maybe some colleges will have campus. And what you're investing? Nothing. Your marks is your investment. Based on your marks, you get your campus placed. Now, what is the other reason why everyone wants to join IT? People say that it's respect, right? When you're working in IT, it's a respect. And I've also heard from a lot of people in my career where they say that if you work in IT, your family, your relatives, your cousins will respect you, right? And the other reason is in a month, you just need to work for 20 days, right? You just need to work for 20 days. Out of 30 days, you just need to work for 20 days. I would say you have to work two-third of your and rest 10 days. It's completely off for you where you can spend your time with your friends, relatives, family, etc. So this 20 days, if you work, of course, your life will also be a settled one. But apart from that, why everyone wants to join us? You need not invest anything, right? You just need to get into a job where automatically everything will fall under your place and the benefits, right? If you're working in a company, every benefit they give you, they treat you like a king. Now, setting up this context, why everyone wants to join IT, now we'll slowly jump into the topic. The topic which you're going to discuss today will be who is a software engineer? Everyone says that, okay, once you pass your exams, you get a campus placed and you go to a job, right? But who is exactly a software engineer? And our best friend, that is ChatGPT or maybe Google, the definition which we have for a software engineer is the person who sits in front of the computer or a laptop. Do you think that really defines what is software engineer or who is software engineer? Well, if you ask me, even a normal security person who sits in front of a laptop, do you think is a software engineer? Right? A person who is a YouTuber, he sits in front of a soft system. Do you think is a software engineer? A person who plays games, do you think is a software engineer? Now, if you take one step forward, who is a software engineer? Not everyone will be called as a software engineer. You find a person who tries to contribute to the organization. Now, that is a person who is called as a software engineer. Now, the first two definitions, if you see, it doesn't even set the context for me. Why? Whoever has a system, whoever sits in front of the system, can you call him as a software engineer? Definitely not. And the initial role which will be given to you when you join a company will definitely be a software engineer. So you need to understand what exactly is a software engineer, right? Just to continue, what exactly is software engineer? Now the software engineer is that software engineer is a professional where who designs and develops what the company needs. Today, if I want to join, if I want to start my own company, what we need, of course, we need our own way of reaching people. We need first thing is website. Now, do you think I am skilled enough? Maybe I may not be there. I may have to hire software engineers who will help my product to be complete. As a team, we focus more on this how to improve business and what are the things which can be used as an ideas and suggestions, but who is the person who's going to develop us? That's where the software engineer comes into picture, right? Now, software engineers are responsible for providing solutions to the organization by building custom application, web application, and by using different technologies and tools, we can solve the problem which the organizations are facing. Now, how many of you have used this? How many of you have used this? Maybe I have used, but I don't know if you have really used, because these are all the devices which was famous in our generation. But now maybe you're all precious, just 2021 or 22 or 23 pass out. Maximum your age may be 20, 21 or 22 years. Have you all used this? No, right? Very rarely you would have used it, right? But if I ask you the same question to this generation of people, have you used smartphone? Have you used iPod? And have you used Your PlayStation. Now, exactly the one which you saw in the previous slide. Now it's been an advanced version. Now, if you see, you would have all been using this on daily basis, right? Now, if you see how the technology itself has changed, the devices has been changed in the last 15, 20 years. Now, I need not tell too much about what is happening in the current market, right? 10 years back, 20 years back, there were so many things that was happening, and now it has completely changed, right? Right from a simple example, I would say there is no food delivering app, right? You have to walk, you have to go to hotels, you have to take parcels, and then you have come. Now, a matter of 10 seconds, I can order a food, right? Now, if you want to get money from someone, there is only two options, right? Either they have to send money order or you have to go to bank and write a challenge. Now, just 10 seconds. Google Pay, Phone Pay, Paytm, right? If you want to buy some products, usually what we do, we go to markets. We spend our weekend, Saturday, Sunday. We go out, we interact with friends. Today, who bothers to go out? Amazon is there, Flipkart is there, right? Initially, you want to travel, you have to call your auto rickshaw, you have to wait for someone to come. Today, who cares? You have Ola and Uber. Now, the last example I would say is if you want to travel, you have to go to the stations, whether it's a bus stop or it's a railway station. You have to go there, stand in the queue, write the reservation slip, and then you were booking the ticket. Today, who bothers to go out, right? Now, all these things which has happened in the last 20 years, that's the example that is set for how technology is improving in the current market, right? Now, let's play a small game. Okay, let's play a small game. Now, what I'm going to ask you is I'll give you 30 seconds time. I'll give you 30 seconds time. Just minimize your current meeting, and I want you to find out how many applications which you are using in your smartphone, right? I want you to count the number of applications which you're using in your smartphone, right? And I want you to tell in which category you belong to. Come on, your 30 seconds starts now. You can also text in the chat how many applications you have in your smartphone. Come on, make it fast. I just want you to count the number of applications which in your smartphone. 75, 45 plus, 87, 99, 56, 68. Okay. Now, the number of applications which you're using in your smartphone. Let me give an example of social media. How many social media applications you have? Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, or maybe we have Telegram, and we also have a separate app for messaging, that is Messenger, and our favorite app, WhatsApp. Well, social media itself, you are having 6 to 7, right? And if you are a person who buys more in Amazon, you will have Amazon. People who are buying more maybe will have Flipkart. So basically, you will have either a Amazon or a Flipkart, or your frequent travel and Ola or Uber. So always there is a competitors, and whichever is your favorite app, whichever you feel like it's a very good customer friendly, you use that application, right? Now, when all these applications are there in your smartphone, you're all end users for that. Now, if you go and see how much efforts the company has made this to usable product is, it's a very, very difficult process. It's not easy. Today, if you get bored, you open your Instagram and just scroll your reels. But how much of efforts they have taken to introduce this? It's not easy, right? Like this, if you talk about Amazon, you can buy around 1 crore products. Almost 1 crore products you can buy. How they have made our life easier? Well, you need not even go out. Something happened to my headphone, something happened to my laptop, something happened to my phone. Just it's a 1 minute of effort is required for me to order it. But this 1 minute of effort, the company would have spent 10 years to stabilize. They would have taken 10 years to stabilize. Now, let me come up to you itself. On what basis you decide an app? First of all, you see how well it is going to help us in terms of service. If I want to order something, the process should be easy, right? Maybe they have to give some discounts, offers, cashbacks, whatever it is. So you need to completely depend on a tool which is very helpful to you. You'll not use an application which is maybe then don't provide a good customer service, or they don't help us in terms of what product to purchase, no recommendations, nothing, right? So you yourself are choosing the best among the apps. Then imagine how much of efforts the company has also taken to make you happy. End of the day, it's all about making your customers happy. Today, Amazon is one of the best e-commerce company because of its services provided to the customers, right? Today, you need not even go to your theaters, right? If you want to watch movie, there are many OTT platforms. And by using this OTT platforms, you can sit and you are at your home where you can watch your movies at your luxury. Now that's where the technology is been moving step by step. And 45 applications, 50 applications, 60 applications. Now just imagine a small mathematics we will do. 45 accounts or 45 apps which you have. Do you think can you use it without an account? No. You have to have your account. Without your account, can you message in WhatsApp? No. Without account, can you use Facebook? No. Without account, can you post images in Instagram? Definitely no. Now, you need to think about the data that is getting generated and the companies who are using these applications, how they have defined their own UI UX screens, what logic they have implemented in order to interact between you and the system, and whatever you are posting, it has to be stored somewhere, and that is where your storage system also comes into picture. Now completely, if you connect all of your technology demand, your data, everything, all in all, it finally arrives to a customer satisfaction, right? Now let's take one step forward. You know that you are using 40 45 apps in your smartphone. Now your smartphone is capable of handling it, that's why you're using it, right? If it is not capable, maybe you'll uninstall it. Now what is making us to use more and more is, well, over the years, if you observe the smartphone price, the internet price is going down step by step, and that's the main reason we are all using it. I still remember when I was in school and college, we did not have phone, right? We did not have phone. So anyone who wants to call from our family, they'll call to our neighbors, which is going to be a landline phone, and we will go and sit in the neighbor's house until we get the call next time. And that was a trend we were having 10, 20 years back. And now, four people, we have eight smartphones in our house, right? And that's the reason people are using more and more, right? Now, if you take one step forward again, imagine you want to start a business. Imagine you want to start a business. Now, if you want to start a business, let's assume that you are having some like soft craft you're doing at home. Okay, maybe you're stitching, or maybe I would say that you are having some small scale industry, something you're doing at your home. If you don't bring this information out, do you think people will get this? Suppose you have your own craft that you're doing at home, right? And if you don't tell outside, do you think you can make a revenue? No. The first thing you should have is, if you are starting a business, you should have your own website. Without website, who will trust you, right? If Amazon is saying that, well, if you want to buy a product, you give me a call, you order it over phone, and then you pay me over phone pay or Google Pay, and I will deliver at your home, do you think you can trust them? Definitely no. You should have your own website which gives you a complete information about the business, and that's something which you need to keep in mind, right? Now the other thing is, okay, always you cannot use your website, you have to have your smartphones, right? So it's our own flexibility, right? We cannot travel always with a laptop, we have to have our own mobile app. And apart from that, if you think from a business perspective, as a company, whether you are an Amazon or a Flipkart or even a Ola, Uber, now if you want to improve your business, you need to think about research that you need to do about the market, right? You need to research about the market. So you need to understand who are the competitors, how much of revenue they are getting generated. See, I'll tell you one thing, there are lakhs of companies across around you. Every company's only objective is making money, making money, making money, nothing else. None of the companies do a free service or a social service for you, right? Everyone there have own objective. Flipkart will have their own objective. Instagram will have their own objective. And that's how you need to understand what is the objective of a company, right? Now, in order to maintain complete system of the business, you need a database which stores the information, and you need a website to make and understand people, right? Interactive one. And you should also research about the competitor so that you can always be on top. And finally, once the application is running, well, you should also maintain. Now answering to your question, who is a person who is going to build a website? Now, who is a person who's going to build a mobile application? Who is the person who's going to do a research? Who is the person who's going to maintain, and who is the person who's going to maintain the complete database? Well, all in all, now I can simply say that the person who's a software engineer, initially in my start of my session, I told that anyone who uses laptop or a system can be considered a software engineer. No, the person who is helping the organization's clients in order to run the business, now that person is software engineer. Now the person who develops application is also called a software engineer. The person who does a research is also called a software engineer. The person who is helping us in improving the business is also called software engineer. Well, software engineer does not have a strict definition like you have to be in this role, you have to be in this role, you have to be in this role. No, it's all in all. At a high level, I can say that if you are contributing to the business, if you are helping the organizations to grow in terms of revenue, in terms of customer growth, and that's where software engineers are assets to the company. And today, why India is one of the biggest country where you have a lot of software engineers, it's all because the applications which entire world is using, right? Now software engineers, in terms of stats, okay, after your graduation, if you just take the stats in India, the first professional role, or I would say the person who's opting software engineer, is the most. Why? Well, as I told you, why everyone wants to get into IT, I have told you the steps. And now that linking with what you are going to solve, it's completely summarizes who is a software engineer. Okay. Now let's go forward and think about websites. The one thing which you can see is we have a red bus where you can book your tickets, and we have a net banking application which you can also transfer money to your close ones, and the other one is our all favorite one, which is Amazon. Now if you talk about this entire website, right, all 3 to 4 websites which you see, how benefit it is for you, within at one place I can start booking my tickets. If you want to send money to someone in the other part of the world, you can still do it. If you want to order something, you can still do it. Now all this you are doing it in website. Now the question arises to you, who has developed this website? Who has developed this website? Well, one straightforward answer, software engineer. Now, what are the technologies they have used? It all depends on company, right? Now, let's take one step at a time. In order to build a website, you need three things. One is the UI, the one is middleware, and the one is database. Suppose what you're seeing on the screen, it is UI screen. What is UI? Well, it is actually user friendly for you. It gives you some understanding and interface that who can book the ticket, when you can book, what are the places, how much of time, what is the feedback, everything you can see. You should have a good, clear, user friendly. Okay. Then you enter into an application. So once you enter into application, what is the next step? Maybe you have to do a payment and you have to confirm the ticket. So all this has to interact and go and store it in the database, right? So you would have all booked your red bus, right? You would have booked your red bus tickets. So imagine there is a 15 tickets. Now one person has already started the transaction of booking the tickets. Now for the other person, this ticket will be disabled, right? The reason, already there is a transaction in process. So that has to go to the backend and block the seat. All it happens by a backend technology. So there are three things involved in building a website itself. One is called UI developer, one is called middleware developer, one is called database developers, right? Now, taking an example, imagine there is one website, three things is required. That is UI developers, then middleware developers, and then backend developers. I'm talking about one website developer will involve three people: UI developer, middleware developer, backend developer. Now, in this, again you have technologies. In UI itself, you have hundreds of technology. In backend itself, you have hundreds of technology, and in the middleware itself, you have hundreds of technology. Well, if you talk about UI, there are a lot of things. You have HTML, you have CSS, we have JavaScript, we have bootstrapping. And when you talk about middleware, so in the middleware also, I would say you have Java, you have .NET, you have Python, you have C Sharp, you have C. There are a lot of things. And if you come at the backend, again, the list is going on. You have SQL database, you have Postgres database, we have MongoDB database. So there are n number of database. Now the choice is yours. Well, you have n number of technology that you can be part of building a website. Each and every company will have their own technologies that they will use it. It's not about only your developer. You have n number of technologies where you can start helping the organizations. If I keep on building this segments, like from one you have a multi options, from that you have again have a multi options. It keeps on grows, and that's how you have the technology that is available in the website. Okay, now I'll talk about another one which is related to data. Now website is done, right? Now we will talk about a research. All you people assuming that taking your stats that when you fill the form, right? So we have analyzed that most are graduation passed out. Now, if I see your age, you're somewhere like 21, 22, 23, right? Now, if you also see the applications that was launched, like Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Instagram or WhatsApp, it was actually been in demand for the last few years only, right? If you observe from 2020, I mean 2004, every applications has been started, right? Maybe you are 1990 born, 98 born, 97 born. After you born itself, this technology is also born now. Now, if you see the number of active users in each of the applications which you have, everyone will be using Facebook, everyone will be using YouTube, everyone is using Twitter. But if you see the stats, we have 2.37 billion people who are using FB. Okay. Now, it's a very, very huge number, right? Right? It's a very huge number. First, you have million, then you'll go with billion. Okay. And to give you a exact number, 2.37 into 10 power 9 is what people who are using Facebook, right? Now, it's not a small number. The reason why I'm saying this is the entire world, okay, the number of people who are on this earth is 8 billion people. The number of people who are on this earth is 8 billion people. What is 8 billion people? 8 into 10 power 9. That means 8 followed by 9 zeros. Those many people are there in this earth. And from the 8 billion people, you can almost see that 2.37 billion people are using Facebook, right? And not only Facebook, we have n number of applications that is currently in the market, that is WhatsApp, right? How many of you remember, maybe you might have not experienced, but I have got this experience. When I was in school and colleges, if you want to send messages to someone, they used to give you only 100 messages per day, 100 SMS per day, right? Only 100 SMS. And you need to also tell us, you need to also know that in this 100 messages, if you're sending on any festivals, New Year, it's all like costing, right? And usually we say that, well, if someone is having a really a true love and care, they will not even mind spending money on the festival. They spend it on festival. Every time we used to get advance wishes. And we also used to hand this 100 SMS very effectively, whom to send, when to send, right? Now today, an alternative to your normal text message is your WhatsApp. Can anyone tell me what is the limitation of messages you can send in WhatsApp in a day, right? As of we know, it's unlimited. You can send any number of messages. You can chat with any number of people, right? You don't have any restrictions. And apart from that, you can also say that you have more flexibilities like sharing your images, documents, pictures, videos, audio files, right? Now that's where your technology is booming. Now it's not an easy one. I'll tell you, you people are using WhatsApp for 10 years now, right? Maybe 2009 it was launched. By the time it was supporting in most of the smartphones, it was 2012 and 2013. Okay, listen carefully. It's been 10 years you're using this technology or an app. Have anyone researched in which language they have written it? What is the framework they have written it? No, no one knows. Everyone is concerned only about the usage. No one is thinking about how hard it was to develop the app. People who don't know, WhatsApp is implemented in a language called Erlang. ERLANG, Erlang. You may know C, you may know C++, you may know Java, you may know Python. But WhatsApp is written in a language called Erlang. Now, how many people know it? No. You're all interested only in the usage. And if you think about a technical person who is working in a company, their objective is to implement it. And that's why they are as a software engineer, right? Now, let's take one step forward again. Imagine I'm going to tell you one story. I'm going to tell you one story. Okay, listen to the story carefully. How many of you know long jump? Long jump, high jump, your relay race, lemon and the spoon. So all this is something which you have played in your school and higher school, right? Middle school or high school, nursery school, whatever it is. Now, imagine we have a long jump coach. Okay, so what is long jump is you need to run a few meters and you just need to jump it on the sand and they'll see how long you have jumped, and that's an athletic. Okay, now carefully observe this example. A new coach has been working with a long jump team in a college and they want to see that if athletes performance has changed. For example, initially there was one coach. They used to measure the performance of the athletics, and now the coach has changed and they want to see the performance of the next new coach. This is the objective of the task which we are discussing, right? Now, if you focus in detail, after, let's say, initially it was coach A, now it's coach B. Initially, with coach A, we had a bit of performance, and now we have a performance. Okay, so this is the comparison that we are making. Now, John can jump 0.15 meter further. Julia and Carol can jump 0.6 meter further. That means what exactly is happening is, imagine a person, John, who was jumping 5.0 meters when he was training with the first coach. Now, when he got trained with a new coach, his performance improved by 5.51 meters. If you observe carefully, it's a very sharp evidence that the performance of an athletic has improved once a coach has changed. Once a coach has changed, the performance has improved. Initially, John was jumping only 5 meters and today is jumping 5.15 meters. So basically, you can see that plus of 0.15, that's an improvement that has happened to his performance after this new coach has come. Okay. Now, like this, if you observe, my principal of the school, they wanted to see, is this coach the best one, the new coach? Okay, now that's the analysis that we need to make, right? Carefully observe. John, Tom, Julie, Carol, Bob, everyone had performed well with a new coach. Let's take one step forward. The average performance is one person has improved plus 1.515 meter, zero point 0.1 meter, 0.06 meters, 0.12 meters. So all these people have improved when the new coach has come. So what I did, I wanted to take an average. So this plus this plus this plus this plus this plus this. So all the performance I have taken, how much of improvement has happened with respect to total athletics. And to my shock, the average performance has gone down by 0.01 meters. All these people have performed well except this person, right? Now, if you see the average performance, it has actually went down by 0.01 meters. Now, question to you, the average performance has went down. Can I so say that the coach is useless? Can I say that the question is, can I say that the coach was useless? Yes, no. Come on, speak up. Come on, speak up. Why no? Obviously, like the performance of the coach is down, right? It is minus 0.01 meters. Why is the performance of the coach is not being considered as useless? Why? If you observe carefully, I would say that out of six people, five people have performed well. Definitely, logically speaking, five people are actually improved except one person. With the one person, how can you go and say that the coach is useless? What I can do, I trained everyone. One person did not perform, the entire average is going down. Now you need to think about it. If you are a normal person, you'll say that yes, this is a not an effective coach. But if you take one step forward, now the average performance is 0.01 meter. But let's try to take the results without Sam. Who is Sam? The Sam is the only person who did not perform on that day. So leaving that person, now if I say that, now the average looks much much better, and I can also say that the coach has a very good growth in terms of performance of the athletics. Now that's where you need to think that the small a single value about the one person has completely changed the story. If you did not analyze and if you have taken a decision, there could be high likely chance that you would have lost a very good coach to your school. Practically, this coach is a best coach who is better than the previous person because he was able to contribute more in terms of athletic performance. But unfortunately, what you can see here is just because of one person, the entire performance of the coach has gone down. Now, this is where your system is into trouble. Right now, what you need to think about it is, well, the person's performance may be dropped because on that day, assuming that maybe Sam is not well, right? He may be not well, maybe he was not it's a completely nature, right? It's a health related one. On that day he is a good performer, but unfortunately on the game day his performance was not that effective and he did not perform. And with this person's performance, how can you rule out the complete coach performance? Now that's where I left them and I calculated it, and I was able to get the good performance of the coach. Well, one thing I would say is, even in your life, never ever assume things. Always try to have proof. Without proof, never think. With a small calculation, I could have thrown the new coach out from my school. But when I do a deep dive, I can see that the coach is a good performer, right? Now, you should also always, I would say, is think about your evidence. That's the only way you can solve the problem. Now, this is about a data which we are speaking, which we are talking about the data. Now we have a data driven technologies that is also in demand, where all the technologies which you're seeing on the screen is all data related technologies. If the data is not at all clean, maybe you need a person. If you want to analyze whether that's good or not, you need a person. To do a company's research, you need a person. In order to improve the sales, there is someone who has to give your ideas, suggestions, improvements. You need a person. There should be a person who has to communicate with the requirement, that is connecting with your clients, and you need a person. All in all, with data itself, you have 4 5 technologies. When I talk about website, again I told you have a UI developer, middleware developer, and database developer. When I'm talking about data, again there is a data engineer, data scientist, data analyst, right? And again, If any application is there, simply you cannot run this application. You need to have a person who tests the application. So that is where your manual testing and your selenium testing, automation testing, everything comes into picture. Well, all in all, the market is filled with technologies, right? And the one thing which you need to find out is what is really interesting. Just because one says that, okay, this is in demand, this is in demand, first you sit and analyze in which area you have interest. Do you have interest in building a mobile application? Do you have interest in building a website? Do you have interest in building a report? Do you have interest in testing or development or whatever it is? First, you need to go to the drawing board and see, coming from which background, what is the right technology we can learn, right? Well, on a whole, I would say that we have complete set of technologies, and among that, which one is the right one for you, right? Now let me talk about the other one, data issue we have. What is the data which we can store it in Excel? Maybe I would say 10 lakh. After that, not possible. Then I'll go to database. Yes, your database is also capable of storing 5 GB or 1 GB. After that, and you still need to manage a terabytes of data. Well, that is where your cloud technologies comes into picture. Something which you cannot manage in your system, something which you cannot manage in your database, you have to store it in the cloud. Now that is where cloud is also in demand nowadays. We have Azure, we have AWS, and we have GCP. In this also, whether you want to do analysis, whether you want to do mobile application building, or you want to build a website, the choice is yours, but the setup is there for you, right? Now, the last point which we have a question to answer is, I am coming from graduation passed out. Now, which technology I can choose? Well, I've talked about website implementation. I've talked about your data driven technologies, and I've also talked about cloud. And there are multiple technologies in terms of testing, managing, deploying, all this. Now you need to go to the drawing board and see which could be the right technology for you, right? Now let's break your experience or maybe your background from two things. One is you're from coding background, the other one is non-coding background. So when I say coding background, people who have studied B in computer science or MSc computer science or your masters in computer science, and even in EC also, I think you will have a bit of one or two subjects which is related to your computer science, right? Now all these are people who have already had an experience in at least one or two subjects you would have studied in your coding. Example, C, C++, Java, Python. Now I'll group them as a coding. And other people who are there, let's say you have come across BCom, BSc, and I would say even in B, you come from mechanical, civil, all this, right? Now, in this, if you take as a grouping between coding and non-coding, one thing is sure is both will have its own pros and cons. But if you're coming from a non-coding background, example, you're coming from a mechanical background or a civil background or an electrical background, now you need to think about what could be the right technology for me. Now we have talked about n number of technologies that are available in market, but which is the right technology? And both you know coding or you don't know coding, you can still enter the IT where you have n number of technologies that are in market, which will help you to get a strong foundation, right? Now let's talk about coding. People who know coding or people who have interest in coding. I'm actually telling us people who know coding and people who have interest in coding. Some people like to code. Some people wants to take everything challenging. So I would say still you can have an option of going to coding. Here is where you can decide whether you want to become a UI developer or a Java developer or a .NET developer, or you want to jump into any of the coding related technologies. And if you come for a non-coding, you are still having a lot of opportunities, because imagine you're coming from mechanical. In mechanical, what you would have done? right? You would have tightened the screws, you would have worked with some of the mechanical parts, you would have worked with some of the CAD diagrams. What is there? But you will still have a career in IT where you can get into a non-coding technologies. When coming to this non-coding technologies, you can still get a very good career in terms of there are certain platforms where you can do it without coding as well. There are a lot of technologies which are available in the market which you can build entire reports or websites or any application by less coding. Now there is always a demand for non-coding as well. Now, first of all, men, human mentality is very important, right? You cannot take stressful, right? You cannot be overcooked. You cannot have tensions or a stress in what you do, right? Listen carefully. Everyone is being given 24 hours. In that, one third of the time you will spend for your work, 8 hours, right? Listen carefully. In this 8 hours is what you're going to spend for your job. 24 hours, 8 hours you're going to spend for job. Now, imagine this 8 hours you are working for a job which you don't like, which is stressful, which is full of tensions, which is full of hectic things. The rest 60 hours is gone. You can't even enjoy peacefully what with what you have. This 8 hours is going to decide your future. You want to have a happy life, you want to have a healthy life, you want to have an enjoyable life. This 8 hours is going to define your career. Now, to choose this 8 hours of work, what you're going to do, that is where choosing the right technology matters a lot. Just because someone is saying, don't jump into that. Always take help from your mentors. They will share your experience. They'll tell you which is a good for you, which is bad for you, which is not recommended for you. Mechanical student, yes, I know what is his strength. Computers 9 student, I know what is his strength, right? So this 8 hours, if you're working for a stressful job and rest of the 16 hours is just wasted like that. Now you are the person who's going to the drawing board, decide which is a technology that could suit you. I am coming from this background and I wanted to get into this field, whether I wanted to get into a analytics field or should I want to get into a coding field or should I want to get into a non-coding. What is something which I'm very good at? Some people will be very, very good in thinking. Some people will be very, very good in coding. Some people will be very good in understanding what is happening. Now, all in all, each one's talent, you are the best person who can bring out of it. And once you get that, first find your interest. Then you research on that technology. Take the help from your mentors, and all in all, you can start learning. And if you follow this mantra, then I would say that you can have all of the things which you want. If you have a if you actually love your job, which what you do for that 8 hours, then forget about everything, right? Now what we are going to do is, first I have talked about web application, testing. I've talked about data analytics tool, cloud based, right? So everyone, you connect the dots, start connecting the dots. Okay, to start a business, I need a website, I need a mobile application, I need a chatbot, I need the entire database to be managed. List it out. In that, where is your interest? Hey, if I build my own application, maybe I'll be satisfied. If I manage the complete database, I'll be satisfied. If I provide analysis, I will be satisfied. If I want to take my forward in machine learning or a deep learning, I'll be satisfied. The first thing which you have to look is work satisfaction. And then you decide, okay, what are the technologies that is involved in middleware? Suppose, let's say you want to become a coder, and in the coding, you actually see, you need to reach us saying that I have interest in coding. Now we will suggest you in the market which is a coding that is in demand. Whether is it a Java, is it a Python, is it a C Sharp, is it Erlang? So we will be guiding you. For that, initially you need to set the foundation. Now I cannot strictly tell that person A, please go for Java, person B, please go for Python, person C, please go for machine learning. That I cannot do. You have to do a research, understand where is your interest. Once you bring that interest to us, then we will guide you what is the right tool that you can learn at this point of time, even in the recession, even in this lockdown, even in this time also, you can still get into a very good career if you just follow what has been told, right? Now, there are n number of roles I was talking about, right? If I keep on naming it, Java developer, UI developer, database, cloud engineer, cloud architect, AI engineer, MI engineer, testing, Selenium, manual testing, business analyst, I can keep on naming it like that. We will be discussing further about each and every role in the upcoming regular sessions, right? So today we have set you a foundation. What needs to be done for the first step? The first step which you need to do is you need to do this homework by yourself. Find out where is your interest. Just because someone is saying, please go and learn AI engineer, don't go and get into trapped. I have seen a lot of people in my experience there, they come with someone's false statement that you can learn well, that you can get a better career, and finally they end up in losing the job. They don't have interest, they cannot sustain, right? The first thing is interest. The second thing is what are the technologies involved. The third thing is preparation. The fourth thing is what you need to achieve in your projects. With this, we will stop the session here. So I would want to hear questions from you where I'll try to answer all of your questions. And then we will have a subsequent sessions every week to discuss about each and every role. Today I set you the context. So going forward every week, we will talk about one role. Who can become a web developer? Who can become a MI engineer? Who can become a Java developer? So that is something which we will be discussing further. So please ask your questions. I'll go from the end. Which course best testing or data analytics? See, as I told you, each technology will have their own way of thinking about testing. If you're very good at finding the bug, testing will be good. If you want to analyze the data in terms of what we have seen about the a long jump example, if you want to pick out the right information and give it to the clients, data analytics is best. But if you say everyone prefers testing, so that is why it is in, I would say, less demand. But many less people would opt for data analytics because it involves data. You do have to be precise. So data analytics will be good. So in terms of trend, I would say data analytics is good. Please tell me about AI engineer in short. AI engineer, the word AI itself is a very huge terminology called artificial intelligence. So let me give an example of AI engineer. AI engineer again involves with multiple subgroups. So let me talk about one good example. IPL is going on. We are into the 16th season. Now tell me, 2023, which team has a higher chance of winning the cup? What you do? You will analyze all the 16 seasons, which has won more number of cups, which team has more number of times qualified for the playoff. You will take a stats. Now, in the other one, if I want to see what is the tomorrow's weather prediction, what you will do, you will analyze for the last 5 days or 6 days of data and you'll predict the future. Well, in short, if I want to tell you what is AI engineer is a technology which involves predicting the future by analyzing the past data, and it is again divided into machine learning engineer or a deep learning engineer or even a the other one where you can actually analyze the past and predict the future. Well, the technologies which comes under is your AI engineer can be called as your data scientist who will try to predict the future by understanding the past. Recession period, does it impact on freshers? See, one thing I would say is irrespective of recession, irrespective of layoff, every company will have a cost cutting. When I say cost cutting, they cannot pay 15 20 years of experience around 40 45 lakhs of package, so they'll try to replace with multiple juniors. Okay, so in my example I would say that in my company itself I had a 4 years of experience, a person who was just doing a basic work. Okay, when I say basic, it's not complex. Okay, not at all complex. So for this person, they are paying around 20 lakhs package. Now, what my company has done is they have removed him. I mean, I'm giving an example of 4 years, but it could be more than that. So what I'm doing, 4 years, I will remove him because I cannot pay him 20 lakhs. Instead, I will hire two freshers. which each 3 lakhs per package. So I'm able to manage with 6 lakhs package because this is not at all a tough task. So this person I can manage. So why should I pay 20 lakhs? Now this is how company will think. So whether it's a layoff, recession, whatever it is, companies will always be there to cost cutting. And this 4 years experience, just simply they'll not remove it. They'll see what is his weakness, why he is not improving. Based on the performance only, people will be losing the job. So you need not worry as a fresher. Whatever it is, if you're skilled, definitely you will get a job. Many people are saying that data analytics are only experienced candidates picked by the recruiters. See, one thing I would say is, um, companies look for experience, but more, I would say that if you are very good in analytical skills, definitely you will be picked. Simply, they will not reject you. Recruiters will conduct your interviews, and if you are still be able to have a good knowledge on data analytics, definitely you will get it. It's not about whether you'll get as a fresher or you're like an experience. If you put your efforts, if you are very strong in the subject, definitely you will get the job. For AI engineer, you have to learn data scientist, which includes machine learning algorithms, Python, statistics, and database. I want to know about SQL courses. Yes, so we will tell you, okay, the course wise, and what is the best course for freshers. See, when coming to a freshers, you need to think about what could be the right fit for you first, and then you can understand. As I've told you, web application is always demand. Being a web application developer is in demand. Being a data scientist is always in demand, and also being a data analytics is in demand, and working with the full stack applications also in demand. You can choose one among that, and you can reach us where can we can guide you. So coming to in this last 6 7 years, what has happened is not only your degree holders, that is BTech people, are getting job. All the people in terms of BSc, BCom, MCA, everyone is getting job. The reason is companies have started looking for skills and not for degree. So you need not worry whether you're from a BSc or a BCom. You can still learn any IT technology, and you can still master and get into the IT. BSc students and MCA students, I would still prefer if you choose any of the computer science related subjects, that is your coding or a Python or Java or even a full stack, that will help you to get a very good career. I want to know about SQL. Okay, so one thing I would say is I will also talk about how can you get few courses from KSR. So you can log into your datavision.com. Okay, you can go to the datavision.com. So imagine there is, let me log out. Whenever you are opening your website, that is datavision.com, you will see all this. This is our website. Okay, so first time, if you are signing in, I would request you to sign in, create your email ID with the phone number. So you will be getting one verification. Please sign up is free, you need not pay anything. Just go and get this sign up, and once you sign up, you will be actually getting into the portal. Once you log into the portal, so this is a home page. So you can go to the about, maybe you will get to know about us, what exactly we are. We will get to know what are the courses which we offer. You will be able to get. And we also have some of the companies that we are tied up, so you can easily get job once you complete your training. And you can also go about the courses. So we have categorized into free courses, and we paid courses, ongoing courses, and on upcoming courses. So you can choose whichever you want. For example, let's say free course. So all these courses are free. Okay, you can attend some quiz. You can go with the some of the Snowflake, or you can go with the business analytics. You can go with the data analytics. You can go with some R. You can go with some AWS. So all these are free courses. You just need to go and click this, and you can go and get the brochure. And I will also go and get the course for free. And once it is directed, it will go back to the course, and you can see the recordings. So already the class has been done, and you can see the recording. So, each and every class we record it, and it is accessible only to through our application. So you can log in and get it. So as I've told you, you can opt for whichever course. In this also SQL course will be there, and also Mahesh will be able to guide you the free course which you can get it. And these are the new courses that we are starting in this month. So whichever you are interested, you can opt for it. But before opting it, request you to come back with the first work which we have told you. That is, you need to tell you what is your interest first. There are n number of technologies, but you need to come up with what is good for you, what really you're interested, and then we will guide you whether Python or a Java or a .NET, whichever is in market, we will guide you. So please go and get the free courses and start seeing all the videos. You will get the clarity. And please at least learn the Excel for now, because Excel is one of the skill that every company looks for. So it's completely free. Just go and click this get course for free, and immediately in the 5 seconds you will be able to see the course, and you can see that all of the classes we would have recorded it. You just need to go and play it, and it is accessible only through our KSR app. Just like that, you watch your Amazon movies or your Hotstar only for that specific purpose. KSR app is known for only to get its training. This is a website. You can go to the Play Store. Even in Play Store, you just search KSR DataVision, and you should be able to sign up with the same email ID and password. And all this video you can see in your phone itself. Okay. And as I've told you, we also support most of the companies. If you see here, a lot of companies we are tied up. So whoever is like able to complete the course, if you are like completely eligible to apply, we will definitely guide you and will push you to the companies. There is a student zone as well, where you can get sample resumes, job updates. So if you see job updates, we have a Tech Mahindra who are looking for data engineers. You can register directly, and you can see the qualification here. So people who say that it's for fresher, or it's like you have your own experience here. See, let's say for example this one, so 0 to 3 years. So CRM group are looking for data engineers, it's 0 to 3. And Rockwell Automation is a company which they are looking for software engineer training, which is in Pune, which they are giving as a package of 7.5 lakhs. Please register. If you register directly, it will take you the company portal where you can get registered. Okay, so this is something which you can do for all the job related. And we do also have interview questions, where you will be giving all the interview, how to crack interview for all of the topics. That is also something which will be there. And you can also go through the blocks. Most of our KSR students, whoever has completed, we try to take their blocks and we publish here. So this will help us to go through like a one-stop shop. For example, let's say one person who has gone through a training has completed this documentation, so anyone can go and get it. Why you want to always go and get it from the Google? We have our own site, right? And we also support some corporate trainings, so you can see everything here. And you can also go and use this public forum, where you can get all the details. Let's say if you have any question, you can just go and raise it here, and from our team we will be able to help you. Okay, let's say you want to join how to, I mean, if you want to get to know how to join a course, so immediately they'll be able to respond. Right now, this is how you need to follow, and you can get all of the details in our app. Right, so apart from this, any specific questions you have, please do let us know. We'll answer your questions.
Guys, you can unmute yourself and you can raise your question if you have. And I'm just launching one poll. How many people are thinking who can become a software engineer? I just launched one poll just to answer that question. So maybe you can able to vote, guys. You can check it. Who can become software engineers? Only IT students, or else computer science students only, or else anyone can become. Like it's about biotechnology, chemistry, pharmaceuticals, BDA. Anyone can become a software engineer, or else only for IT students. So you have another 10 seconds. Just try to answer as much as. Okay, done, guys. So most of the votes for anyone, almost 5 votes only I got, but other people saying it's anyone can become a software engineer, right? So I saw another comment also, can chemistry people also can become an IT industry, or else which course is suitable to them, right? So why one guy is thinking only for computer science students only can become IT job, only those people can get IT job? Who's that guy? So you can unmute yourself and you can raise your question, guys. Why only IT or computer science students only can become a software engineers? Are you able to unmute, or or else any issues you have? Harika, Mallikarjuna, you can have it. Who given this vote? Like only IT students. Anyone have doubts on this? Okay. So any reason, specific reason, you few people thinking only computer science students only can become a software engineers? Is there any specific reason? Are you able to unmute? So one question I saw, there is a chemistry background people also can become or not. So anyone guys, whatever irrespective of our background, it might be mechanical, civil, electrical, chemical, or anything. Anyone can become into the IT industry. And uh, what you are thinking means software jobs means who are using a computer, all those are software employees. Who are working within a laptop or else who are working within a computer, all those are software jobs employees. Yes or no? No, right? So what exactly software employees means? Who are writing code and who are making a good software and who are preparing in a large database and who are preparing a new iOS software, something, only those people are software engineers. So then anyone can become a data analyst or data engineer or software engineer, right? Yeah. Career gap people will discuss, sir. Career gap people. Who was that? Harika Chaudhary, right? Yeah, we'll discuss on career gap people also. So I chemistry. My background also it's a biotechnology and chemistry only, and I moved to IT. So it's not a big deal what you completed your graduation and which technology or which course you completed in your graduation is not at all a big deal. So now which technology you want to learn and which skills you want to gain, only that is the matter. And every industry, it might be mechanical, chemical, software, or else even education institution, everywhere nowadays softwares or technologies or skills they are using. So imagine she said like a BSc chemistry, most of these people will go to the pharma company. Take it as a Glenmark or else GSK, Smith. It is in a pharma company. So even that company need in some softwares like a SAP, data analyst, data engineers, testing, all these kind of technologies, even those companies need to use. So anyone can become a software engineer, and particularly these domain people will get more chances to get job in that particular companies because they have both domain knowledge and IT skills, right? So for Harika and your question, who had a career gap, those people need to work on more projects. They need to work initially for some internships. So some free and paid internships. That internships also you can able to see from our students. So there is a government internships programs also is there, and sometimes particularly for females, TCS, Wipro, these kind of companies, they are conducting some additional admissions who had a career gap. For that particular people, they are giving an opportunity who completed course, they are giving job as a fresher. So let me share my screen. Let me know once you're able to see my screen. Hope you're able to see my screen, right? Yeah. See internship programs. We have in a student zone separately, there is a internship programs. So all these are Niti Aayog, Google internships, Make Intern, Idealist, and All India Council. It is from AICTE. Most of the people, BTech people, know about this organization. So these people conducting some internships. Out of that, some free internship is there, paid internships is there. So you can get some internship certification from these, and even KSR providing some internships when we have some projects from US, Canada, and Mexico. So we are also providing internships. It depends on your capability. Here, stipend also they are providing for 3,000. Example, I'm just giving here. The similar way, multiple internships programs is there. So once you're done with some internships, it will be easy to get placed in a good company without going for. Most of the people thinking about the fake experience and all, don't do those kind of things. With the genuine internships programs, you can able to go. And KSR conducting completely internships related and with a minimum 10,000 of salary per every month. So our course like a business analytics and data science or else power platform developer. So these kind of courses can able to get job as a fresher who had a career gap also. And a good thing is power platform developer course start by Santosh tomorrow onwards, morning 8 o'clock, the session is there. So first 5 days, the course completely free. So let me share the screen, how to enroll for that. So you can join from tomorrow onwards and the classes is good. Then you can go for the complete course. Able to see my screen, right? Here you can see the power platform developer. So get course for free. You can attend first 5 lectures. Tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock, the class is going to start, guys. You can log into datavision.com website and you can just sign up and you can get this course for free. And power platform developer, it's like a developer subject only, but without coding almost. You can create an app, you can create a website, and you can create a chatbot also with a zero coding. And we already make some videos on YouTube. I will share those links also with you shortly. You can just go to the KSR DataVision YouTube channel. There you can able to find how to create a chatbot within a 1 hour. You can create an app also within 1 hour with a very less coding or else no coding. You can able to develop your app, you can able to develop your in a chatbot, you can develop in a website also. And you can make a lot many automations also you can able to do with the Power Automate and Power Apps, Power Automate. So this course also it's much demanding, and it's a completely launched recently by Microsoft, hardly 2 to 3 years only. So it's slowly booming, and now it's a too much demand in US, Canada, Mexico, UK also, as well as in India, because of most of the people staying in India. So IT staff is there available in India. So we have a much demand, and no need to go with any kind of fake experience letters or fake documentation, because availability is very less. Is much in demand, but very poor with the availability. The demand and supply issue is there. Who had a minimum knowledge on this technology, they can able to get job easily. Have anyone questions on this?
Hello.
Yeah. Tell me, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Sir, I am recently passed out, sir. I am fresher. Which course is best, sir, in freshers? Please
So it's
suggest.
yeah, got it. So it's a depends on individual's capability, Mr. Krishna. So might be you are interested with the coding, I can suggest a few courses. If you are not at all interested with the coding, I can suggest another course. So example, this Power Platform developer, it's almost zero coding, and it will be helpful for freshers also with some internships. The internships also KSR providing now. So you can join this course if you are not interested with the coding. If you are interested with the coding, join data science or business analytics.
Okay, sir. KSR DATAVIZON and 110% placement support.
It's a 2000% placement support. Placement support in the sense, if you are not able to get the calls, you can just approach our placement cell. We have separate placement cells. Those people able to help you to get the calls. But we need your support to practice properly. Without practicing, just paying some course fees and asking an offer letter, it's not possible.
Okay, sir.
Right? So we need your hard work as well. On the face, I'm saying I'm just simply not giving any false statements like everyone will get the job. Who are performing better, who are learning again, so only those people can get job easily. The failure is okay. Example, your first interview failed, but you have to learn from the first failure. What kind of questions they asked in the panel, and what why you are not able to answer. Our team, you can sit with our team again, we can discuss, and you can get some idea. You can prepare for your next interview.
Okay, sir.
So from failure, you have to learn every time, Krishna, right? Your name Gopi Krishna.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So guys, anyone can become a data scientist or data engineer or software engineer. So I'm a very poor student when I completed my graduation. I done my graduation in biotechnology from Narsopet. Maybe you are from Ongole, right? In a very rural area. Even I'm not good with English or Hindi. After that, I done with my post graduation in chemistry in SSN College. You know about Ongole SN College.
I know, sir.
So later, I worked in a pharma company called Microlabs. Unfortunately, most of the people here, they used this Dolo 650 tablet. 12 years back, I'm one of the employee as a production chemist in that company. So later I moved to IT. Initially, it struggles to me. I failed much interviews, and almost it took me 1.5 years to crack my first IT job. So compared to me, you are in a very good position. It's not at all a big deal to crack an IT job. But it depends on people. It may take some few people. It's a little late, and few people will get job easily. Yeah, Harika, you can ask questions. Yeah, you can ask in Telugu, but I will give answer in English for now. Reason here, most of the people from Maharashtra also is there. Maharashtra and the North and South Tamil Nadu also.
హాయ్ సార్.
Yeah, Harika.
సార్ అదే సార్, నేను ఇప్పుడైతే గవర్నమెంట్ జాబ్ చేస్తున్నాను సార్.
Okay. No, which domain? Government job means it's a banking or else
సచివాలయం.
Sachivalaya employee. Okay. So in the last batch, almost 18 members from Sachivalaya employees only. Almost it is from Ongole district only. But 18 people, they lent course here. Even I asked the same question: are you in a government employee, and why you are planning to move here? They said because of the salary issues and all. And out of that one student, he was earlier IT employee because of their family have this dream like a government job. And he moved to the Sachivalayam employee. And later he decided that collector given the Power BI job only for him. Internally, the reporting, even as a Sachivalayam employee, you need to collect the data from your constituency, right? How many elder people is there? How many people are getting pension? How many people are small kids is there from Anganwadi? These kind of data. He was collecting that kind of data, and he was preparing a report and sending to his collector. Now he moved to the IT completely. Again, he came back and he learned course, and he moved completely to the IT job. So another guy from Nasrapeta, maybe it's also very near to you. From Axis Bank, his name is Subani. He also completed his course here without any fake experience. He got the job, and he was in IBM now. Earlier, he was also in fear, like I need to go with the fake experience because who will believe I am an IT employee in Nasrapeta? It's a very small town, guys. Nasrapeta means it's a kind of municipality. So he was also in a fear, but now he was in a IBM from last 1.5 years. So it's not a big deal which domain we are in. Every domain IT is required. Like in your secretary also working with IT team is there, no, separately?
sir.
Your management and your attendance and everything taken care by some app, right?
Yes, sir.
Who need to prepare that app? IT employees only, right?
Digital. Yes, sir.
Yeah, there's IT company, but finally IT employees is required, right? So most of the people here know about the Balaji temple in Tirupati. Even Tirupati have separate IT department, and TCS is handling that department. Your ticketing system, how many rooms are available, how many devotees coming per day, and everything it's managed by the TTD IT team. That IT wing is handling by TCS. So everywhere in the world, IT department is required for that.
అంటే ఇది సీక్వెల్ తర్వాత పవర్ బిఐ నేర్చుకున్నాను సార్ 6 months లో.
Mm-hmm.
ఇప్పుడు ప్రాబ్లం ఏంటంటే అదే రెజ్యూమ్ బిల్డింగ్ చేసుకోవడం తర్వాత.
Yeah. So the thing is, every day we need to update. Only with SQL and Power BI, now you can't get the calls much. We need to upgrade continuously. Now companies expecting cloud computing, Azure also. SQL, Power BI, Azure, and basics from Power Apps and Power Automate only you can able to get the job. Calls are very less. And the resume building also, it's very crucial. And my team will take care about the resume preparation and without a faking your profile. Example, currently you are working as a secretariat. In the secretariat only, you are preparing dashboards and reports. We can prepare your resume and we will give related projects to you to get the interactive insights to you. You will get an idea how we can show your resume on your secretariat job only. The similar way I told you, right? I'm collecting the data from the entire mandal. How many of boys is there? How many of girls is there? How many kids is there? How many 10th class students is there? How many people are not getting job and they are getting the government policies amount and all. So these kind of dashboards you can prepare. From similar way in agriculture side, how much kind of land it is, like maybe in Telugu it's a meta and magan is there, no? So it is a crop, which kind of crop we are saying we can able to grow there. It's a tobacco, cotton, paddy, which kind of products we can able to crop there in that particular area. How much land is available for the proper cropping, and how much land is depending only on the rainy season. How much land is available for with the water resource. Might be it's a borewell or else in these kind of canals. So these kind of reports I'm preparing and I'm sending to my seniors, and every day we can prepare a neat resume for you.
సార్ మిమ్మల్ని అంటే ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ కి వచ్చి కాంటాక్ట్ అవ్వాలా సార్?
For sure, ma'am. You can come to the institution and send a Bangalore actually. మీరు Bangalore వచ్చి meet అవ్వచ్చు.
సాటర్డే సండే కూడా ఉంటారా సార్?
Almost, yeah. Saturday and Sunday also. Except any rare situation, I will be available at office 24/7. So any other have questions? Even Hindi also fine for me. Tamil also can handle by Santosh. Kannada I can handle. Santosh can handle. If you have any questions, you can approach our team on 9916961234, and other contact numbers available in our website. You can log in there and you can approach us and you can take any suggestions. Manideep, any other questions? Sanjay, Sanjeev, Satya, Shubham, Srikanth, Suparna, Dinesh, Gopi, and Venkatram. Hope you don't have any questions, and we can meet tomorrow session for Power Platform, guys. If anyone interested, you can join the session. Okay. Santosh, you have anything?
Yeah, in case if you have any questions, please reach out to us, and you can also write email and we can respond to you for any of your concerns. And just try to learn a skill, and definitely you can get into a very good career. The thing is, 95% of the people are not taking the first step. And if you take that first step, and rest is history. We have a lot of successful story that we have in our YouTube. Just go through it. You will get to know like how many people have been from non-IT to IT, how they have started their career. So it will be like a motivation. And in fact, in our class also, we are just not going to talk about subject. We are just going to explore more on the other things and how you can improve your analytical skills, or maybe how you can get the interest. So interest is the only way where you can get forward, right? You cannot learn by force. You have to get that interest. That is something which you'll get here. We are completely different. We are not like any other institute. We try to work with you one-on-one. We'll try to understand what is your problem, and then we'll take you forward. When you get job, that's our success. So that's what we are here for. So please reach out to our team. We will help you for all of your issues. Though it's a career counseling, it's I would say introduction, but in the subsequent weeks we will discuss about specific role. Let's say we talk about web application, who is the right person, what are the skills required, what we'll be teaching, which is a good course, we'll be teaching you that. Again, in the subsequent week we'll talk about data analytics. Again, we'll see what are the tools we'll be covering, what is the things which you need to know. So everything we will be step by step we will having it. Just we are going to ask you 1.5 hour of your free time, right? That's it. That's all over the weekend. So please attend, please make use of it. And not everything you'll get in Google, remember that, right? When you want to learn a lot of life lessons, we always depend on our grandparents, right? Similarly, if you want to have a very good career, please depend on people who have experience in working in IT. Those people can mentor you. Okay, don't listen with everyone. Try to see who will be the right person who can guide you, who can mentor you. Because just because like we are running course, we will not recommend you. But understanding your requirement, where is your interest, where you want to land, based on that, we'll be helping you to choose the right course. So reach out to our team. Thanks for your patience and listening this session. Thank you all. We'll meet again. And please do go through our website where you'll get to know the free sessions. Start listening. It's just the free videos you need to do it. See, the only investment is you need to invest your time. So please make sure that you attend it and reach out to our team in case of any questions. Thank you.